Yo, what's up guys? I'm Zelly Zell, and this is my No I Am No Wrong Warp tutorial. Now, if you don't know what version you're on, I cover that in my basic movement and getting set up video, so if you need to get updated, go watch that. Anyway, let's get going. So in this tutorial, you'll notice certain sections and tricks have different increments of health and different items on the C buttons. And the reasoning for that is I took a lot of the footage from my MST tutorial because a lot of the parts of the run are actually exactly the same. It's kind of a shorter version of MST. But that being said, don't worry about it if there's more hearts or different equipment. Every trick will be the same, just ignore the differences in what you would have at that point in time. Now, you'll also notice that I refer to the L button on my GameCube controller as Z, and that's just basically because I speak N64. So whenever I say press Z or press and hold Z, I'm referring to L or target, whatever you want to call it. When I refer to the actual button Z on the GameCube controller, the purple button, note that I'll always usually refer to it as the item that's equipped over that button rather than the C button that it's on at the moment, because that can change. The only time I say C is when I say C up. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make a file. Pretty basic stuff. So after you make your file, you're going to be introduced to the amazing opening cutscene that we all grow to love and cherish. Basically, you just contemplate life during this time, and you think about all the loved ones in your life and how amazing they are and how much you hate this game. You can mash A and B here, or you can press C up or flick C up on the stick if you want to be super hardcore about it. So after Link wakes up, you're going to want to exit the house. And Sario's gonna come talk to you. Sario is all about that life. So now you want to flick up, hold L, backflip, and then back walk. Now you want to back walk to right about here. Anywhere in this area, side hop once, hold right, and then once you get the rupee, hold straight down. Now you want to roll up towards this area, and you want to line up right there, to the right of this fence, right there. And anywhere in that area is fine. Then you want to flick down and back walk. Now you want to backflip over the fence, turn around, and enter the hole. Pretty easy. Now I know a lot of this is fast, so if you need to rewind, go ahead and do so. Now you want to turn around, backflip, side hop right twice, back walk, and then you want to side hop left right here, and then get the rupee, and then you want to side hop right 5 times, back walk, turn around, and get the chest. Boom, you got your sword. The cutting edge technology. Get it? Now you want to target the chest, and you want to back walk. And when you get to right about here, you want to start side hopping right, and you want to do so 9 times. Get the blue rupee, side hop left twice, take a couple steps, back walk, turn around, go in the hole. Right here, you want to equip your sword and proceed down the hole. Now, when you exit this hole, what you want to do is you want to flick up and target. You want to backflip, side hop left, backflip, backflip. You're going to land on this fence. So now you want to backflip, and while you're in there, press B to pull your sword. Now once you land, you want to side hop left 3 times. And slash your sword, and then you'll get a blue rupee. Now you want to take like a half step back, and then backflip on the fence, or over the fence, whichever you're more comfortable with. And then for the easier way to do force escape, you want to just back walk, backflip and back walk off this ledge. And then you want to get this blue rupee behind the house. If you missed a single rupee for any reason, there's 2 in there. One's to the left of there a little bit. Jump over these platforms, jump slash over, and then you're in the shop. Now, if you ever backflipping up this fence and you grab this bush for any reason, just slash your sword, get rid of the bush, and that should fix that problem. If you ever miss the blue rupee, just slash your sword a bunch and you'll get the rupee eventually. Now, if you're doing the fast strats through the forest, which is bridge clip, you do the same movement as before, except you keep side hopping off. Now you come over to this fence, and anywhere like in this area of the fence is fine. I like to go to the furthest right I can basically go to quickly, and then you climb the fence, and now you just want to hold straight forward and just keep holding forward. And then when Link gets to this frame, you want to press B to jump slash, and Link's going to clip up onto the bridge. Now, once Link's jump slashed up onto the bridge, I like to immediately start side hopping to get some distance, and then I either turn and get the rupee, depending where I'm at. But either way, you want to get the blue rupee. If you ever miss bridge clip, just backflip onto the fence and then go for it all over again. Also, if you don't want to get the blue rupee behind the house, you can always go over here and jump across these stepping stones and get these 5 rupees. So now you want to get the blue rupee behind the shop right here, and then you want to buy a shield for 40 rupees. Killing the game, dude. Alright, now you want to select the bottom option, and now you want to hold down and then press start. Now you want to equip your shield, and I'm going to hold down right now, and while I'm unpausing, I'm going to press the A button. And that's the first instance of doing an input during unpause lag. And we do this a lot in the game to execute very frame perfect tricks. So that's called pause buffering, is when we pause the game and unpause it, enter an input, and then repause again, letting a frame advance so that we can do very precise tricks. Now you want to target on the right side of the exit there, turn around and backwalk. Now this is a pokey escape. So pokey escape is a pretty easy trick. I'll show you how to do it. I'll get rid of the sign so I can see. The easy way to do pokey escape is get in this corner next to the guard, and then you want to align your sword button up with this texture right here. It's not very precise at all. And then you want to hold R, and then you want to press B to crouch stab, and then while you're crouch stabbing, press the A button, or mash the A button, whichever you prefer. And Link will get this trick, and he'll be sent inside the guard and then pop through like this. Now you'll be stuck inside the guard like this. So the quick way to do it is you just roll under him by pressing A once. Don't mash or you'll talk to him. Just press A once. Or if you want to do the easy way, just slowly walk on the left side and you can kill him. On a side note, you want to avoid triggering Navi during pokey escape because it's going to make a section coming up a lot easier if you don't use her. So you want to be a little hasteful when getting pokey escape before Navi shows up, if you're going to do the C-up method. Now this is the fast way of pokey. The quick way is to turn right, slash your sword once by pressing B, then you want to hold R, and you want to press B to crouch stab. And while you're crouch stabbing, flick up and then press A or mash A. And then that will get you through, and you can do whatever you want to do to get out. If you want to practice on console, getting past Mido and going for it again, you can just walk against this side of the tree back and forth until you pop out like this, and then you can go for it again. Now, if you ever miss pokey escape, you can just press Z or L and then hold down left to get back in the corner, and then crouch stab, and instead of flicking up, flick left this time, and you can get pokey escape that way. And that's basically getting through the forest. Now that was a lot of information, and it was all slowed down and all magic and stuff like that, so I'm gonna just go over a full speed version of it right here.
Now, the glitch that we use to get out of the forest is called ISG, or Infinite Sword Glitch, and that's a glitch activated by interrupting a crouch stab with something you can interact with. And to do that, you hold shield and then press B and then A to activate it, and you can get it off bushes, signs, rocks. You can get it off bombs and NPCs. Once again, crouch stabbing and then pressing A. Now you can get it off enemies by using Navi, but this time we're going to crouch stab, and then we're going to press Z and then flick up on your C stick, or pressing C up on your N64 controller. That's what it looks like in real time. Now, the effects of ISG is your sword will be infinitely swinging, so you can kill enemies when they walk into your sword, you can fuck up signs, and also we'll be using it to kill bosses, obviously, very quickly later in the run. Some side effects of it are you won't be able to walk off ledges, and we'll be using that to walk on very tight seams and very close walks. You can also use it to hover in the air using chews or bombs. Now, note that you will lose ISG if you use your shield, if you just press R. If you hold Z and press R, you'll be okay. If you slash your sword, or if you take damage, you will lose ISG. Okay, so when you're out here, you want to turn around, side hop left, and back walk. And then side hop left twice when you come over those tree trunks, and you'll talk to this owl. You can roll there alternatively, but it's your choice. Anyway, you talk to the owl and select the bottom option here, and the owl will either fly left or right. In this case, he flew left, so I'll flick right on my control stick. If he flies to the right, then you kind of want to flick like up left. Either way, you want to end up lining up with the right side of this tree right here, turning around and back walking. Now, you can check your angle by looking at your mini-map here, heading towards the diagonal slanted up left line or down right line, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and we're just going to keep back walking. And now we're going to do a trick called wess. So once we hit the fence, we're going to side hop left, and then we're going to press B to jump slash. And Link's going to recoil off this fence. Now when we're in the air, we're going to keep holding Z, and we're going to shift our analog stick slightly to the right. And this is called S position. Now, S position you can also do to the left, and down for that matter, and up, but for this specific S, or wess, we want to be holding right. So once he hits the water and holding Z, Link, once he comes out, he'll be sent sliding.
Also, if you're not comfortable with getting S position yet, you can pause, and then you can lock in the S position, and then unpause. If you want to take it slow. Also, if you're going to do this, then I suggest you equip Ocarina here, because you're going to need it for a trick coming up.
So in real time, this is what it looks like. Side hop, jump slash, S right while holding Z. And then once we get to this little corner, we want to let go and then tap and hold Z to change your angle. Now, if you ever end up on the fence here, it's no biggie. Just continue the trick. A way to fail the wess is if you're not holding far enough on your stick, he won't move, or if he shuffles, you're holding too far. Also, if you jump slash too early without waiting a second once you hit the fence, Link will not get the recoil on the fence, and that is a bad time. Alternatively, if you miss the wess, like so, you can target the wall right here. You can slash and hold B, and then release it to do a quick spin, and while quick spinning, hold R, so that Link will do as such. And then you press Z, side hop right, and jump slash, and right now, hold S, and he'll slide up on the ground and tap Z. So let's see that in real time. Slash, quick spin, hold shield, Z, side hop, jump slash. Hold S, and then tap Z. But either way, you want to get your wess, and then you want to continue to KAKARIKO Village.
If you're not comfortable with getting the wess at all, you're welcome to just back walk here and then backflip, and then just talk to the owl. The wess is not a requirement for this category, it just makes the section coming up a lot faster. So once we're in KAKARIKO, we need to get to the bottom of the well as fast as possible. So the two quickest ways to do it are Navi diving and cucco diving. So if we're Navi diving, we just want to keep back walking through KAKARIKO towards the well. And then we want to either hop up, jump and grab the ledge, and climb up. Or if you miss that, or fall off for whatever reason, you can just climb up here. And you just want to climb and then wait on the ledge until Navi appears. Now when Navi appears, you're going to want to slash your sword by mashing B. And while Link's jump slashing and from mashing B, you want to just start mashing C up or start flicking C up on your control stick, and you will fall to the bottom of the well like this. Press A to cancel the text and then swim straight to the bottom of the well. Now if you want to do the faster ways, it's called a cucco dive, and it involves getting ISG off of a cucco. So we come over here and grab the cucco and head towards the well. Now to get ISG off the cucco, what we're going to do is we're going to shield drop the cucco, take a couple steps back, then quick draw our sword, turn forward, hold shield and hold left, and then we're going to get ISG the same way that we got it when we were exiting the forest. And now we have the cucco in our hands, so we're going to walk to the edge of the well, target it, turn around and target, and then we're going to press shield and then A in quick succession, and you will be sent back like this in this cutscene. And then we just swim into the bottom of the well. Now you should always just try to go for cucco ISG, because even if you miss it like this once and it runs away, then you can just go straight for the Navi dive and it doesn't waste any time at all. So it's always good to go for. So, in the worst case scenario, you would miss ISG. And then you would also mess up your Navi, or if you used it in the forest earlier, you won't have Navi. It's not a reset right away. You can do a lot of things. You could go grab the cucco again and just go for cucco ISG all over again and waste some time. Or you could get ISG off this sign, then you can put away your sword, and you can go walk up to the cucco. Now you want to be very careful here with the cucco, because if you grab him, you're going to damage him a lot, and it's going to trigger the cutscene. You'll have to leave the area, so you just want to press A once really fast and pick him up swiftly without giving him damage. And then you also don't want to target a bunch while it's in your hands, because if you target a whole lot, you can sometimes target the cucco while it's on your head, and this happens. And once again, you have to leave the area. So once the cucco's in your hand, you're basically good to go, though. You turn around and do the same thing as before. Now we're in the bottom of the well. So the bottom of the well just got a renovation with strats. We used to have to do a trick in which we would have to unload a room, and then we would go to dead hand, and then we would clip through the vines to get bomb shoes, and that was the fastest way. But we recently had a discovery for 1.1 and 1.2, and that's where we do a thing called an Ocarina dive. Now the Ocarina dive is a very easy trick, and I'll talk you through it. There is a catch, and that has to do with the bubble. Now the bubble in the room coming up is on a cycle, and you want to be fast enough to beat him so that you can get a hover off of him within his first cycle. If you miss it, it's not a big deal. It's like 15 or 18 seconds, I think. And you can just get it on the second cycle, but you do want to kind of be hasteful here. Anyway, you go through this main crawl space. Now I just kind of hold down right, and then I just roll and then hold forward. And now to get past the Skulltail, you want to slash him, and as he swings over, you want to roll right past him and then go into this main room. Now if you're not comfortable with that, you can always just wait, target him, and jump slash him. And then make your way over here. Now I'm going to go over getting ISG this way, because this is the way I use it. I'll show you a couple different variants on routes and places to get ISG in a second, but I'm going to go through the way that I just do it first off. So you get ISG, and we get Navi ISG there, so we crouch stab, press Z, and then flick C up to get the ISG, and then we target this wall and back walk. Now, once you're right here, what you're going to do is mash A to put away your sword. And once the sword's away, we're going to hold target and slightly hold down on our stick and press A to roll. And you'll know you're doing it right if you do these types of side rolls. If you're holding too far, you're going to backflip. So you hold slightly down and then press A. You let go of target and then press target. Now let go of target and hold left on the S position to do an S turn left. Now you can't shield turn here because you'll lose ISG if you do. Once you have the left S turn locked in, target, and now you want to get something called inverted camera. And I'm going to show you how to buffer this in a second, so don't be scared. But if you want to do it unbuffered, what you need to do is you need to flick Z, then down, then Z in quick succession, and then you'll get inverted camera. And once you get it, then you want to walk forward or hold down on your stick, and then you want to get in this corner till Link stops and twitches like this. And right when the bubble hits the corner like this, you want to backflip by pushing up in A and then hold shield in target, and Link will get a hover in the air like this. Now, when Link's in the air, you want to pause and equip Ocarina, or if you already have it equipped from Wess. And then now what you want to do is you want to start holding left on the stick and work it towards up and just mash the shit out of Ocarina. And you'll fall down to the bottom of the basement like this. Now you want to come over here, and then I'll show you the strat coming up in a second once I go over a couple other little tidbits. If you want to buffer inverted camera, it's not too hard. All you have to do is buffer in 3 frames of Z by pressing pause, and then in unpause lag, pressing and holding target. Once you advance a frame, you can keep holding target and advance 2 more. Then once you do so, you can let go and hold down for 2 frames, just down, and Link will turn around, and then on this frame, buffer in 1 more frame of Z, and boom, you have inverted camera. If you don't want to do S turns, you can flick left. It's just risky to do so. If you ever lock Link up and he doesn't move, it means you pushed Ocarina before you push a direction on the stick. And if that ever happens, just press A to dry roll, and then you can go for the trick from there. So if you ever just can't get inverted camera, you can always try to go for the YOLO. I sometimes have to YOLO and it works, but this time we would just hold down. It is a little YOLO-y, scary, but it's okay. Now, if you ever really like fuck up and you just mess up and you're like, shit, you can get ISG again from this sign using Navi ISG, or you can come over to this Triforce and get ISG by just crouch stabbing and pressing A. And then you can target this wall, put away your sword, and then proceed with the trick from there. If you want to go a different way through these corridors, this is always a different route. It might be a little easier for beginner players to just do this rather than getting Navi ISG. So this is Ocarina Dive in full time. So now that you've completed Ocarina Dive, we're going to need to do a trick called Low Water. And it's a little finicky, but it's really easy. What you need to do is you need to come over to the blue acid. You need to line up your body down the acid like so. It's not too precise. And then after you do that, you want to target and you want to backwalk into the water. And Link's going to start swimming. Now, Link's going to do a swimming animation. And I like to just keep holding down and Z until he does 6 back swims. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that's when I just start holding down, right? And then Link's going to pop through the ceiling. And when you see Link do that little pop like he's about to fall and then catches back in the water, then you kind of want to let go of the direction, and then you just want to kind of like swim up for a little bit, and then you want to hold forward when he gets to about here, and you're going to land in this room. And then you got the chest, and then you get your bomb shoes. Equip them, and then save warp. If you don't swim forward fast enough to get the choose, this is what will happen, and that's no good, because you're gonna have to basically redo the entire Ocarina dive and everything, and it's basically rip. Sometimes if you go too early or holding a direction, or something goes wrong with the trick because it is finicky, you'll get stuck on the ceiling like this. There's an invisible ceiling, and there's no real escaping this. The best way to handle this is to just basically swim forward and then go for the trick. But either way, once you get your choose, then you save warp, come here, and then you exit the bottom of the well. So we're gonna swim forward, and we're just gonna swim on up, and now we're gonna make our way to the castle because we want to go get Zelda's lullaby. So in order to do that, we're gonna climb this ladder. We're gonna get an angle like I show right here, and then you're gonna want to backwalk right out of KAKARIKO. So now we're going to try to make it to the castle before nighttime. Hence the reason why we got the wess before, because it helps us get there faster. There's 2 ways to do this. If you are fast enough, you can just go really fast and skip the owl coming up, which I'll show how to do. And then you run right into the castle before the drawbridge closes. Or if you took a long time, I'll show you a couple strats on how to get into the castle after night. The first thing we want to do is when we exit KAKARIKO, we want to target this little white texture that's in front of me. I'll highlight it right here. And then you want to side hop left 3 times. And you want to turn around and you want to target this sign. And once the sign's targeted, you want to kind of hold down and then curl to the right. And that will skip an owl. If the owl talks to you, it's no biggie. I'll show you what to do. But to proceed, we look down this bridge. Turn around and backwalk towards the castle. And if you're very fast, you'll have just enough time to turn around and then hop in onto the drawbridge. Now, we need to get rupees to buy a shield because it's faster. If you're not comfortable with this, I'll show you another way to get a shield. It's like 8 seconds slower when you're an adult, but this is the fastest way to do it. So you want to stand at the edge of the drawbridge, and it's going to start going upwards. And once it's all the way up, just target this wall, backwalk, and get the 3 red rupees, and then side hop into the castle. And there you go. Now, if you're ever too slow, or this happens where the owl talks to you and you mess up, you're probably going to need to do castle after night strats. And they're pretty easy. Basically, the drawbridge of the castle is loaded in the last state that you saw it in. So if we turn around before the night falls, then the bridge is still technically loaded down for the game. So we want to just look towards the castle, turn around, and backwalk. And now it's very important not to look at the bridge. We want to stop right here so these stall children spawn a little bit away from the drawbridge, because their targets can really mess this trick up. So anyways, now you proceed to around here. Don't go too far, and then you want to side hop, and you want to target this stone pillar right here. And once this stone pillar is targeted, side hop left until you get on the chains, then let go of everything, and Link will be transported up here. And we're gonna just get the same red rupees like we did before. It's very easy. Sometimes you'll grab this ledge, and if you grab the ledge in front of you, just let go and press Z while you're climbing it, and that will automatically adjust your camera. Once you finally climb up, it will adjust the camera, and then you just hold back, and then you can side hop up there. Sometimes the stall children, they like to be mean. If that's the case, you can C up and angle yourself straight, or just hold C up and down and then press Z and then A, and that will avoid them. That will avoid you targeting them. If you're ever really late, you can do this. It's a quick setup I made a while back. If you just have no time to even look at the castle bridge, you can target this white texture on the wall here. And then you side hop left 4 times, side hop right once, side roll, untarget, retarget, and then back walk. If you ever don't make it, or you look at the bridge and you get stuck outside, this is where you have to reside until morning time. To save a little bit of time, you want to take 2 hearts of damage from the stall children out here, and that's going to just save you some time coming up, and you'll see why. So you just want to come down to a heart, and then you can kill the ones that are alive. And then just wait on the trail, and the stall children won't spawn if you stand on the trail. And then you just basically wait here until morning time, and then you enter the castle. So normally if you're fast, you'd be coming through here at nighttime, and you just make your way to the castle straight ahead. Now you want to stop here and bonk this box to get a red rupee, and that will give you enough to buy a shield. So now you're at Zelda's castle, and there's a lot of ways to get to the castle. If it's nighttime, this is the way that you would go. First off, you got to talk to this owl. Go through his text, and once again, always select the bottom, and he's gonna fly away. Now, if you took damage from the stall children, you don't need to take damage here. You just keep proceeding forward. But if you didn't take damage, then you bonk this tree and take 2 hits from this Skulltella. Now, climb these vines. And then you can backwalk or roll right down through here. And then you come across here. And now, at night, the guard's visions are worse, so this only works at night. Don't try this during the day; it won't work. It's really easy. You just veer to the left, and then you just jump slash over this gap. Super easy. And then you want to line up with the climbing texture straight ahead, and then you turn around and you backwalk through it. Climb this. If you want to be fast pro strats, come to the very edge of this so the guards don't see you, and then roll right through. Side hop, roll, back walk, whatever over here. And then you end up right here. And then that's where the next trick commences. Also, if you want to be safe, you can jump down in the moat and slash the wall, and then hold like up left and mash Z to get a little super swim, we call it there. It's not important. You can just swim either way if you want to be safe, and then you can come down there. Now, if it's daytime, the guards have better vision, so you're going to need to do a trick called seam walk, or go the casual way. So you want to come over to this sign, and you want to get ISG off of it by quick drawing your sword, turning around, and then pressing B and A to interrupt it. Now once you have ISG, you come over to this white texture on the wall, target it, and then you want to side hop left. Then you want to side roll, untarget, retarget, and then side hop right. Now you want to S turn right. Remember, you have ISG, so you can't shield turn here. So S turn right, target, and now you want to side hop right, and then just hold forward while holding Z, and it will take you right up the seam. Now that you're up here, you're pretty free to run around. Just make your way over here. And there you are in bounds. If you destroy the sign or you crouch stab the sign, you can just back up a little bit and that will respawn it. Or if you're just totally not about it at all, you can just go the casual way. And this is how you do it. Okay, now it's time for a trick called damage boost. And lucky for us 1.1 and 1.2 players, this trick's a little easier than it is for the 1.0ers. What we want to do is we want to target this ledge, and then we want to turn around. And then once we're turned around, we're still holding target. And now we want to pull a chew over our heads, and then we want to hold forward. Now keep holding forward. Now buffer to or pause on the frame in which Link starts moving upwards, and it's the first 2 frames where Link starts moving upwards after he jumps. So this frame and then this frame works. And on this frame, what you want to do is you want to start holding R while the game's paused and still hold target, and you want to buffer 1 frame. And then once the chew's set down in front of Link, now you want to let go of everything, unpause, and just mash B. And now you're up here. Now you want to walk, side hop, just be careful, and then make your way into the castle. If you want to do this trick unbuffered, it's not very hard. Basically, you want to count to 7 red flashes. And on the 7th red flash and the 4 frames after it, you can start running forward. And then you just mash B as soon as you start to jump. My buddy XX Sean, he's a really great streamer. He did a little tutorial on this, and he let me use his graph. Once it gets to that 7th flash, you basically get these 5 frames to go on. And then once you hold forward and he starts to jump, you mash B, and it gets you up there. It takes a little bit of practice. Trust me, it's not too hard. Just run through it a few times. I'm sure you'll get it. If you ever miss the damage boost, you're not going to be able to do it again because you're low on health. So what you want to do is you want to climb up here. You want to pull this box back once and then to the right once. And then you want to climb up right around here. You want to target and you want to pull a chew. Now you want to count to the 7th black or the 8th red flash. So this frame and then this frame. I'm going to pause on the 2nd frame. You want to hold R while the game's paused. And then you want to unpause and you want to buffer in an A input. And Link's going to start rolling. Now you want to roll until this frame. You can buffer to it or pause on it if you're swag. And then you pause. And then now you want to hold down while still holding Z and R and unpause. And then buffer in A. And once Link's in the air, let go of everything. And you'll get a megaflip. And you come over to the entrance. If you're ever fast enough and you want to wait in the hole before it actually turns morning time, you can press A, shield, and target at the same time, and Link will enter the hole, and then you can let go of everything but R, and then Link will be stuck here, and then once you hear the rooster crow, you can let it go. And now it's time for guards.
Now this is really straightforward. Just target the fence and side hop up. You want to wait till they're looking away or either looking into like the bush or like the stone up here. Sometimes this guard's kind of doing the same thing as the hedge guard. Now just wait for him to look away here. Now here you can either just wait for him on the left, or you can target just to the right of the middle of the hedge and then side hop right and skip that guard. And you just want to side hop into the Zelda's courtyard, I guess.
If you ever get caught by guards out here, it won't be evening time like this. It will actually be daytime most likely, and you'll just be able to hop right back in. You can go slow. I go quick here because for MS2 you have to go fast, but in this category you have plenty of time, so you can climb the boxes if you want to and just hop straight across. Don't roll though. You got to just hold straight forward when you jump across the boxes.
Also, if you get lucky enough to where this last guard's right at the corner, you can target the hedges and side hop straight up. That's very risky though, just so you know. But guards are pretty straightforward. They don't need too much explaining. You guys get it.
So now that we have Zelda's letter, we need to get Zelda's lullaby, and we're going to skip this cutscene, and that's the reason why we were taking damage, was because we need to die in order to skip the cutscene. So once we get the letter, we want to target this wall behind us, and then we want to side hop left, and then we want to turn left and target this pillar, and now we want to side hop left 6 times. And now once you're here, what you want to do is you want to S turn, shield turn, or flick right. And once you do so, now you're standing here, you want to hold target, now you want to backflip, and then you want to press the chew button, and then press the shield button in midair, and then release everything but shield. Link's going to die like this and start the cutscene at the same time. And that's going to give you Zelda's lullaby. Now, like I said, you can also S-turn and do it. Or you can just flick right even. Now, if you ever mess up your position by rolling instead of backflipping, if you just look up to your top left of the game screen and you line up the point of the heart with the right side of that tree right there, that's the proper position for you to get the skip. It's a very easy trick. Don't stress about it. Now what you want to do is you want to not save and continue, or save and continue. It doesn't matter. Either way you want to continue. Now you want to turn around, and when you're right about here, you can see that Impa's target starts up, and you can talk to her a lot earlier than you'd think if you target her here and just start mashing A. And then once you talk to her, she's going to take you to outside the castle here. And then you're going to want to turn around and backwalk into the castle. And now we're going to go pick up a shield. If you didn't get those rupees, once again, I'll show you where to get a shield as an adult. It's not much slower. But if you're fortunate enough to get all your rupees, come right in here, buy a Hylian shield from the bazaar. Now we just bonk there for good luck. And now it's time for a trick called dot skip.
And dot skip is really tricky and it's hard to learn, so just keep practice and stay patient. So you want to turn around, you want to backwalk. When you get to about here, you want to backflip. Once you land, you're going to press A to side roll and then release everything but down on your analog stick. And you'll take a couple steps. Then you want to S turn to the left. and then you want to retarget. Now you want to backflip, and now when you land, you want to hold slightly down left on your analog stick and press A. So slightly down, in between down and down left, and then when he gets to here, you want to press A while holding in between down and down left all the way. And then what Link will do is he'll do one of these backward side hops, and then he'll clip through the door of time. Now on this frame, this is a frame 1 where there's no black texture in the rupee, and that black texture to the left isn't over the rupee. On this frame, what you would do is you hold left and jump slash, and then side hop left and unpause lag. Now when you get the trick and there's that black texture over the rupee and or Link takes a gasp, that's a frame 2. And on that frame, what you would do is you would buffer in holding forward and a jump slash, and then side hop left. Now, if you don't want to do that setup for the angle, what you can do is you can target that pillar, side hop right, press A, untarget, retarget. Now hold slightly back on your control stick till Link starts to walk, and then press A to do a left side roll, and then untarget, retarget. And then now you can continue to just side hop to the door of time. If you ever fail it, just unpause and try it again. I got it here. Now I'm gonna buffer just to show. But when you're buffering like this and you're advancing frames with this trick, you want to be holding down left when you do it. Otherwise, Link won't get the right distance from the door. If you ever mess up your angle, you can always re-get the angle over here by targeting the door, turning around, walking forward, back flipping, and then doing the setup, as I just said before, and that will get your angle. So that's a frame 2, so I'm going to hold forward and B. If you're on console and you want to practice it over and over, you can follow this setup really easy, and then just side hop right, jump slash, and hold forward instantly. Either way, just keep practicing. That trick's really tricky. Just really try to work on it. If you can't get the side hop, you can try mashing it. Either way, that's child section, guys. Get hype.